And we got bananas in chat from Surprise T, BG Monster X1 Fan, Sharo Manaru the Black Ranger PL, Tinfoil Man, and Flaming Diamond. Lots of people chatting, but not a lot of people throwing bananas. Maybe Twitch is just slow to update today. And it's raining. Look at that horrendous rain. Let's go sleep in the bed. When I woke up today, it was chucking it down. I was going to go for a walk first thing. Instead, I went for a run. Not in the rain, on my treadmill. And yes, I am a Yeti. I am no longer undead. I have mutated and morphed into a Yeti for the last of my pre-Christmas streams, I guess we can say. We've got Billman68 resubscribing for 38 months. Thank you ever so much, dude, saying happy holiday, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. Happy holidays to everyone. It is the season to be jolly. Tra-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la. Okay, that's me singing. Cat King 63 is here for 31 months, saying, lol, woke up just in time to catch the stream. Perfect. Awesome. Glad to have you with us. That is terrific. I have my own beacon. I don't know if this is false. I'm pretty sure this is false. I keep track of my beacons, I think. But I have one in the Nether Hub somewhere. Let's go see if we can find it. Cubfan put it in there for me. Also, lighting here might allow mobs to spawn. I think I see a carpet up there, though. Look at me, all concerned about mobs and stuff. Has your skin changed, says Cool Def. Yes. Yes, it has. Okay, what's going on over here? I see... Oh. For Joe Hill's eyes only. Keep walking if it is read me. Okay, I'll keep walking. I'll keep walking. This is mine. Woohoo! I'll take it. I will take it. Bam. Cool, and then back over to the pirate portal. We've got noises in the ear from JCB Sheffield for 4 months saying, hi X, just started the holidays. Teachers need time too. Who is your best teacher and why? My best teacher I remember was my history teacher, purely because he was just a nice... to be fair, probably a lot of the teachers were nice. But history was one of those lessons where you could sit at the back and like pay attention or not. I don't know. The guy was just nice, and he made the classroom a nice environment. And so I went to those lessons, you know, thinking this will be all right. Anyway, I came up here to show you what's going on down below. So is that that's one of the rings, isn't it? Of the flight? Is that a ring of the flight course? Because there's been some stuff built up around here. In the Concorp area, we had big plans, and we kind of just got to that area, and then we were done. So what I think we should do is clear up all of these markings, and then create a pathway and create a rail that comes up here, and keep it simple. And then after that, maybe we can start to put trees in these areas and whatnot. I think that's the approach we'll take. But yeah, I just want to... I keep seeing this area and thinking, it looks so unfinished, you know. And it's probably not going to progress any further, this project. So we'll come over here and we'll do some tidying up. Also, my pick is getting rather worn out, isn't it? We got noises in the ear from T-Bone Uprising for 6 months, saying Nightbot is the biggest spammer in your chat. Someone should ban them. I mean, is it doing something out of turn, but otherwise Nightbot does its thing? I don't know. I can't see Nightbot. When I look at chat, Nightbot messages aren't there because they're usually irrelevant to me. And I want to see all of your messages. Where is the dragon egg on the server, says Devin. To Devin. I don't know. It might be in a chest of mine. It's typical of me to get hold of something like the dragon and make sure the dragon egg and make sure it's secure. But I actually don't entirely know. Right, we got the Black Ranger PL resubscribing for 43 months in a row. Thank you, as always, for your continued and tremendous support, dude. We've also got Talbar for 7 months saying, won't be around until the end of my exams. Happy holidays. Well, good luck with your exams, dude. Hope it all goes well. Don't think we need this sugarcane here. By the way, pre-stream music today was Aurora, and the song was Through the Eyes of a Child, if I remember correctly. Beautiful song. Isn't it in Sherlock Grian's house, says Mons Cezak? It could be, I really wouldn't know. The top of the hexadomes look like water canals, says Kazuma. Water canals, eh? That's interesting. I got a hot cup of chocolate. A hot cup of chocolate? A cup of hot chocolate? Wow, a simple sentence was never so difficult. Yeah, I got some hot chocolate this morning. I treating myself. It's the festive season. Come on now, I've got to have a hot chocolate. What do you think I am? Some sort of non-hot chocolatey person? Jeez. Jeez. Okay, I'm literally gonna drink some in a second. Let's do this, because they always go cold, okay? I made this about 5 minutes ago. I put a lot of almond milk in it. Withered TDMS says, can you make the Yeti grey? I'm not going to do that right now. I'm in the middle of the streaming. Aranjan Matt 99 has resubscribed for 3 months. And Mr. Platypus Prince is here for 17 months. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support. I appreciate it. Now, someone made my skin, this skin. And my memory's so terrible, but was it you, Mr. Platypus Prince? I'm pretty sure it was you. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it completely wrong in my head. I'm reading chat. I'm awaiting your... Yes, it was me. I knew it. I knew it. My memory's good. I've got to stop doubting myself. I've got to stop doubting myself. This hot chocolate is fantastic. I get these little options sachets. They do like mint hot chocolate. I got a Belgium hot chocolate here. They're only like 40 calories a cup, which is really, really low for a little treat like that. So every now and then I buy myself a couple of sachets. Now what I don't do is buy a big tub. I find if I buy a tub, I end up just getting into a routine of having one every day. And it is a treat. It's not nutritious, you know, but you know, every month or so I might buy myself a couple of sachets and enjoy a couple of hot chocolates. It's all good, you know, it's all good. Hot choc is horrible, says ASDQ. How do I ban you? I must ban you from... How can you say such a thing? Hot chocolate is gorgeous. What's that old quote? 9 out of 10 people like chocolate and the 10th person is lying. That's an old quote right there. Everyone loves chocolate. Had a baby Ruth the other day. Went to a place that had an American candy store, and I almost got a Tootsie Roll as well, but I didn't know what it was. So next time I'm there, I might try that, but I tried the Baby Ruth, and America has a lot of chocolate and peanut butter combinations. Now, I love peanut butter and chocolate together, don't get me wrong, but the Baby Ruth was pretty bland. It's like a Lion Bar or a Snickers over here. But yeah, I had one of those the other day. You know, enjoying the festive season, having a few treats here and there. Quant says, I love hot chocolate, but my stomach can't handle it so well anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. Someone else in chat was saying that they are allergic. Yeah, I guess allergies exist, don't they? They're a thing. What am I looking for here? Grass? But I don't actually have grass. I mean, I should just go look for a junk chest. There'll probably be some lying around in a junk chest. Tootsie Rolls are pretty good. Can you describe what's in... Oh, nasty mix of fake chocolate. And that one went off the screen. Can we get a Tootsie Roll explanation again? Sorry. Sorry, I kind of looked away after I asked or something. Tootsie Rolls are strange. Some people claim it's chocolate flavoured, but it's definitely not. Interesting. Yeah, someone just said fake flavour, right? I'm a big fan of chocolate flavoured stuff, like chocolate cake and chocolate drink, obviously. Oh, there isn't any... Oh, look, here, there's more cleanup needed in this area. Let's actually just focus on the one side for today. What are Tootsie Rolls, says Leo. I need to know as well. Basically, chocolatey taffy. What's taffy? What's taffy then? This is my ender chest, by the way, so I'm going to start using this one. It's kind of like chocolate mixed with wax or plastic. You'll either love them or hate them. Interesting. It's a chewy sweet. When I picked up the candy bar, it felt very solid. I will probably give it a try and see how I get along with it. I'm kind of a non. I think I'm quite non-fussy with food. I just try to like it. So I imagine I'll probably enjoy the experience, but I'm not a big candy eater anyway. I'm just kind of curious in American candies, you know, being exposed to American culture so much. Like, they had Milk Duds as well, but they sounded a bit lame. I did, however, get some Pop-Tarts. Now, I used to really like Pop-Tarts. I'm kind of over them. They're kind of just obviously non-nutritious and not really that great. Where I've, you know, found nicer, proper food, proper cuisine to eat over time, things like Pop-Tarts become a little less satisfying. But anyway, what they had was, rather than a box of 8, they had a sachet of 2. And I was like, yes, that's much more along the lines of what I'd like. I'd just like to have a one-off round of Pop-Tarts and not... What were these chests about? This, I'm going to guess, is probably Zedaf's stuff. But we'll tidy up these chests at least. Yeah, being able to get a sachet of 2 rather than a box of 8, really great. That's all I want. Just treat myself, but not treat myself 4 days in a row. You know what I mean? Because that's what will end up happening once you buy a box. It's hard to keep them. I find it's hard to keep a box of Pop-Tarts in the cupboard and not eat them. What kind, says Ches Charlie. They had lots of flavours. I went for blueberry. I'm a big fan of blueberry. Sushi has been eaten, says I love sushi. I think you're telling porkies, okay? Something about that username makes me think that you don't like sushi, you know? Taffy is chewy, softer than gum, more sticky in your mouth. And there's a whole lots of shops of taffy in New England. It sounds like something I'd like, to be honest, just because it also sounds like something I haven't tried, right? Like, if I've not tried taffy before, it's probably going to be like a different experience. So it'll be like, oh, this is interesting. Right, I might be getting the privilege of cooking for everyone at Christmas. Okay. I don't get the opportunity to cook ever, but I'm allowed to cook everyone a meal. And the meal that I'm going to cook for everyone, I'll tell you what it is in a second. What was I about to do? Oh, I think I was just clearing out my inventory so I could, put more blocks in it. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to cook everyone, and I don't know if anyone's going to like it or not, you know, but it's one of my favourite meals. Alboro rice cooked with cream and mustard and other flavouring things. So you've got this big, rich, creamy pile of yellow mustard rice. And then with it, we'll have some spinach. We'll have some tomatoes, baby tomatoes, cooked in the oven, so they're all hot and juicy. Some spinach on the side, and then some meat, sausage meat, cooked with cream cheese and paprika. And I love it. You got this really creamy, tasty paprika meat, and some rich rice to go with it. I love it. It's a cool meal, and I'm gonna get it cooked for everyone, which is cool. You're gonna cook for everyone? That's like mass genocide, says Kazuma. Okay, getting cooking and genocide, you know, confused with one another is slightly concerning. They're very different things. They're very different things. X, have you experienced camping or joined the Boy Scouts, says with a TDM. I went camping when I was a young'un a couple of times. To be fair, I kind of like, you know, at the time I was just like a bit of a wreck as a young person. Like, wasn't able to take count of the situation and enjoy it. looking back on that stuff, like, some pretty cool things that... Because I never joined the Scouts, but I went along with some of their activities from time to time. And, yeah, some pretty cool stuff they got up to. I just didn't really appreciate it, you know? What is the obsession with people's faces y'all have? Says Night Damage. Well, they've seen my face, that's why they're so obsessed with it, you know? They're like, geez, that's what you look like? Goodness me. I'm like, I don't care. You know? I don't care if I frighten people every time I look at them. White Paladin says, that sounds like it'd be good, but definitely something I'd be hesitant to try. Yeah, I think maybe one of the biggest problems with trying stuff, and it's definitely actually true for me, is perhaps if that's your only meal, right? Or you're not got an alternative after that. So sometimes when I'm looking at trying something new to eat, it's kind of like, I'm actually kind of in the mood just to eat something I know is going to be satisfying, right? Like, you just want to be fed. But anyway, what are we getting into here? I got a noise in the ear from Toguro Joe, who's resubscribing for 14 months, saying, Merry Christmas, Hahaneandir, Holiday Log, Holiday Tree. Okay. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate, excuse me, your support. A little bit of a burp there. That's my breakfast going through me. For breakfast, I had a massive salad with beetroots, some hummus, salad sauce. Then I had some like fajita wraps that also had loads of salad in. Very tasty. Had myself a little treat, a little pastry with this like chocolate and custard cream in it. And a kiwi. That was my breakfast. You needed to know. You needed to... Don't sit there going, stop going on about food. You needed to know that. Okay, whether you know it or not. Now, what happens to this line here... I think it would be a smart idea to maybe transition away from these materials, create a kind of new landscape with what's already here, and then have the track change so it can be more versatile, because it's designed to just basically be a straight line, right? Have you ever had milk duds, says Flawless Chase? As I said earlier, there were milk duds at the shop and I didn't try them. Jessica2901 is here for 42 months, same morning. Welcome to the stream, Jessica. Thank you so much for 42 months of support. That is incredible. Do you know what else is incredible? This hot chocolate. Oh, I'm drinking the rest of it now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so good. Very nice. Missed the intro. What's the plan for day? Says Jonesy Blitz. It is to work on the area you can see behind me. All of that grass. But not that beautiful area off in the distance where Force and Ren have been building. No, I mean this little bit between Concorp and the Skull. Sweeney Dunstan says, Milk Duds are amazing. My favourite is Reese's. I love Reese's chocolate. The chocolate and peanut. I got myself a Butterfinger for Christmas. Just the one. I think I hear a skeleton moving. Oh, it's so good. I think there might be one underground. I also did my Christmas shopping for treats and stuff. That's it. We're done. We're finished. Rather than get like chocolates and stuff, I got peanuts, like paprika peanuts and chili peanuts and just things like that. So I'm gonna try and have a less chocolatey Christmas. Oh. Jangle cookie. We actually like know all about that, and that doesn't really need to be there anymore. It's like a relic, though, you know. I might hold on to that and put that in my little relic box. Oh, look at all these colourful blocks we've got to build with. These have been over here for like so long, and I hate leaving materials behind because I bet I've built with those colours at one point or another, and it would have been useful to have had them around. So I can take some of that. Let's actually just see what we can get out of this. There's a good mix. See, now we can top all of this up for future use. Oh, that's actually terracotta right there. Cool, well, we're going to have tons of that because we just chopped down a bunch. What I really want to do is build more of this path first of all, but maybe sometimes that's the best way to go. Just do something you're inspired to do. feel like I've got to figure out a structure for what we do, right? Like, do this in that order, and why. So we need some granite, and yeah, just granite, but I definitely don't have enough granite to do a path here. I've got a little bit, actually a tiny bit. So I guess we've got to take a trip back to my base, where I might just want to drop off that. Anything else here that I might want to drop off? I don't know. Actually, I should probably bring some shulker boxes. Oh, and we wanted the grass. Let's go do this. So yeah, I'll bring some shulker boxes with me to transport stuff back later. And then we'll pick up some granite. And I'm really not sure if I'm going to need anything else. Maybe I'll bring my box of rails for the rail line. That could be smart. Okay, and I didn't really need to fly, but I did. Because I'm lazy. How much do you think the Season 6 map is worth at the moment, says Fux. I think it's worth infinity something. I don't know what we're measuring its worth in, but I definitely think it's worth an infinite amount of it. Oh jeez! Oh jeez! Okay. Almost died again. Almost died again. Whew, there we go. Wow, I think it's the latest HG streams with less than 1k peeps. Oh, we only got 800 peeps here today. That's fine. That's because it's early in the morning. When I used to do these streams around this time quite consistently, which I haven't done probably for the last month or so, yeah, we'd always have less people this time of day. That's normal. Okay, so we'll grab a couple of these, drop that off over here. Am I going to make use of anything here? Maybe the gravel, you see? It's a good idea just sometimes when you're doing a project to just look at what you've got available, and then you might see something and think, oh, actually, I kind of need that. Like gravel. We've got plenty of clay. The other thing I did need actually was granite, so let's go grab a box and fill it up. Maybe not all the way to the brim. I think granite is one of the ones I've got tons of. Yep. 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 We got tons of this. That'll probably do. Alright, and back we go. Favourite hot chocolate brand, says Kazuma. I'm not one to be loyal or have an allegiance to a brand, but you know, I've tried a few of them and Options is really nice. I think I'm a sucker for mint hot chocolate, you know, like mint choc chip, mint and chocolate. What are we talking about? After Eights? Whew, what a treat. Footlong Hawk 39 says, "What's the topic of the day, X? Any good podcasts?" Yeah, I found a podcast called the Artificial Intelligence Podcast. Listened to one with Michael Stevens. Absolutely love that. He's done one with Elon Musk that I listened to the first half of. Today I listened to the Andrew Yang podcast with H3. As I said, I woke up, went for a run, listened to that while I was running, and finished it literally in the pre-stream. I was listening to the very last bit in the pre-stream while the music was playing. And that was a cool podcast. I really like the guy. He seems like the kind of person who's, where are we going here, capable of taking on some of the challenges our younger generation are concerned about. Cuppa says, "Blah, mint is gross." Don't you even. Don't you even. You know, I'm just not into like I try to constantly find reasons to not dislike stuff, you know? And foods, let me think. There is some foods that I don't like licorice. I've never been able to get along with licorice, but like, when's the last time I tried? Pony Butt says, "Nerds. Hate speech! How dare you, Pony? That's hate speech. Oh. Oh. How could you do such a thing?" There's a bit of an inside joke. Pony, welcome to the stream. So Pony Butts tweeted me something. There's someone out there saying that calling people nerds and geeks should be considered a hate crime. Now, if you've listened to me talk about those words before, I've always considered them to be more like slanderous or, you know, insulting words, just because of the way I heard them used in culture growing up. It was always a put down most of the times I heard those words. These days it's not. But, you know, should those words be considered a hate crime? I don't think any speech should be considered a hate crime. I think the intent and the use of language determines what it is or not, and of course those can be very difficult things to determine in certain situations, but to just broadly say a word is hate speech is just mad. You can use a word out of complete ignorance, and for those reasons I think that article was kind of ridiculous. And it seems that there's always some ridiculous person somewhere on the internet tweeting out something silly. I mean, you can guarantee that. I'm one of those people that tweets out silly things. You know, like I tweeted out before I went live a tweet where someone said, "You are the Minecraft Einstein," and I replied to them, "E equals Minecraft squared." Now that is a geeky nerdy joke right there. Jeez, I loved it. Oh. But yeah, there's a lot of news articles that get written just about, you know, when you see something like, people are mad about this thing and that thing. And by people, they meant, oh, you know, we scoured the internet for many hours and found 2 tweets. Like, it's not really people, is it? It's just an odd couple of people out there. Right, let's start building this path, I think. Organ music! Why are you listening to organ music? Oh! Oh, what's with the organ music? I like organ music, okay? Asuma, what's the bet Mumbo ends up winning Demise? I don't know. Ponybutt says, can we ban Asuma? That joke was horrendous. And you're listening to it. Oh, sick burn. Sick burn. You should have tuned out already. That's because you really like it. This shouldn't be... That should be granite. And there's some redstone. And we got a lot of noises in the ear incoming. We got Monique1806, subscriber of Amazon Prime. Dub IGK is here for 12 months. That's 1 year. That's a goldie face in the chat. Thank you so much for a year's support, dude. It is appreciated. Let's put this down over here. Because we need that. We need that right there. Bam. Asuma, for Demise, you should have gone 1 mil out using the Nether. Should have gone 1 mil out. What? Congrats to all those who are gifted subs, says Alien. Yes, we got gifting subs going on. Hey, Brover, thank you again ever so much for your tremendous support of the community here. Gifting subs. If you hear your name being read out loud, feel free to throw an Asuma love heart in chat to 8Brover. You can do that because you're now subscribed. Voyagerist, Randy81, X Bounty, Nightfawn FTW, and Night DMG. And Night DMG in chat says I did it already. Awesome, thank you, dude. Thank you, 8Brover, as well. Appreciate the support ever so much. Now, I think when we... Did we do this in 1.13? Because we did not use slabs. Like, we've got granite slabs now. And stairs. So we can add in... Yeah, this must have been done in 1.13. That's bonkers. And also, torch spam. I mean, it's just going to have to be a reality in this place, I think. It's just going to have to be a reality. Now, I picked up the crafting bench. Let's put it back down. So we've got some slabs. We don't need a lot of those. Those are for transitions upwards. So I guess with this new path, we can have a lot of fun doing things at multiple levels now. Or at least more levels than we did before. We can have some of that action, some of this action. So there was method to the madness as well, that should be said, was to try and keep the bricks more central, I believe, and put these things more out on the outskirts. So if we're going to go map out our path, let's just start off with a few blocks. Now we've stepped up there, haven't we? We can actually build on that level. So then what I want to do is this. Build at this level. So we'll probably dig some of this out. Just putting down a few blocks as guidelines to begin with. And then we probably want this thing to not be that steep. So maybe we're going to need some of that grass over here. Dirtface is in chat. What have I done now? What have I done? Jonesy Blitz is here doing cheers for own bits. Thank you ever so much. I like the way it rhymed. Appreciate your support. Eric C in chat says, how about street lamps? Let's do one thing at a time. Let's, you know, one bit at a time. Yeah, that's all that needs to be said. Okay. I think I might peel this back a little bit. Say we start rising around that level, and then around this space is sort of where it's at that height, then it's going to be here. And you see we're going to run out of space rather quickly. So around here we can probably peel this back a tiny bit. And then we've got to be at this height, and that's getting a bit steep. Are you planning to do mega projects, says Chocolate Mallows? No, I'm not planning to do a mega project. I mean, I'm going to be off for a couple of weeks once Christmas hits, which is very soon, so I'm not starting anything big and ambitious just yet. So then we'll be at that level. Right, and I need more of these. X, did you know one of the members of IDEA died? Yes, I'm aware Corrales has demised. Okay. Quant says, what are we actually doing apart from listening to organ music and talking about chocolate? We're placing blocks in a virtual environment. That we are doing, I'm sure of it. Gonna knock that back again. Then these ones can start around here. This is some fantastical organ music right here. Dub IGK says, just wanted to say, hey to my favourite Yeti boy. May not be able to stay because internet speed is currently potato. Oh dear. Dude, thank you ever so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Yeah, I love having the Yeti skin on. It's awesome. Ben Mouse says, X, when do you think the season will end? Well, I know that it will end before Season 7 starts, but the problem is, how does Season 6-finity even end? I mean, it's almost impossible, right? It's almost as if this is the season that goes on forever. So yeah, then we're at that kind of height. Right, and you can see the need to push back the land again. Also, zombie pigmen wandering around over there. Oh, there's lighting here. I think what I'm going to do is that. Put these around here. And then those ones back there. Kind of pushing into Force's territory a little bit here. Let's actually maybe not do too much around here. Maybe there's a bit of a transition somewhere here into other materials on the palette as well. Yeah, because then we're like that. Right, anyway, I think that's good. That's some good prep. Hey, X just tuned in. What are you building, says Arkanu. We're building a path from Concorp up to the pirate portal. And we got noises in the ear from Matt Ratzematt, resubscribing for 6 months, saying, 6 months already? The time flies when you're having fun. Unfortunately, I can't stay. Hope you have a great stream and Merry Christmas. Well, thanks for tuning in, dude. And likewise, hope you have a good one too. Thank you ever so much. We got K-Dads here for 25 months and Korsh D for 36 months. Incredible stuff. Thank you everyone ever so much as always for your support. It is appreciated. Critical Error says, assume I missed my sub. Did I? I see no sub from Critical Error today. So sorry, my friend, it ain't on there. Don't know why. We need to make more bricks, don't we? Yes, we... Oh, no, wait, they're in my inventory. They're already here. We need a lot of slabs. A lot of slabbage cabbage. Those actually go on the outside, so I'm probably going to need more of those, which I... Oh, there they are. I did make those. Okay, so we kind of need just these blocks on the hotbar at all times. And now we need to sleep in a bed. X, so you're going to pick a hermit in the Secret Santa now or after stream? I did it in an episode and I got myself. Quite hilarious. That's probably against the rules, but whatever. It's done now. Okay, so when I made the path over here, I was actually quite spacious. So at times it even goes like 5 to 6 blocks wide. I think that's a good way to make the path feel more organic in some ways. So we'll try to do the same. Keep it nice and wide over here. So then we're going to be throwing in some of these blocks along with it. X, ever consider making a resource pack for greener grass on the vanilla tweaks? There already is one. You know? So consider that done. Yeah, what's going to be a bit weird about this being like a half slab tool is that the edge then looks like that. But maybe what we'll do is embrace that a little bit and call that the edge. Do something like that. Okay, that to me makes me feel like there should be more bricks around the middle. Also got to have like the occasional stair block in here. I think it's important. VR Addict says how long to 1.16 is out? Oh, at least half a year, I'd guess. At the very least. When do you update to 1.15? I literally no idea. I don't think we are at the moment. Okay, I think that looks reasonable. Over on this side, we've got to do the thing like we did there. Kind of looks alright. X, you should do an Asuma stream. Is that not what is it not an Asuma stream right now? I thought it was an Asuma stream. Ah, I must be mistaken. It's looking alright. Ah, we're out of I keep running out of materials. I never craft like a crazy amount of anything. Because I always think that I'm going to craft too much and wish I'd made something else with it. There we go. See, that's lots of that stuff now. Knievel X, come back someday, says Charred Spark. Maybe? Who knows? Anything is possible, really, isn't it? Little Lizard Bloom says, can you show me your skin? There it is. I'm the Yeti. X, how do you see inside the shulker boxes in the inventory, says Lael. I've got a mod for that. The stream is froze. I've refreshed. Ah, well, looks like my internet is currently on a holiday break somewhere in Antarctica. Cute unicorn. You probably can't even hear. That's unfortunate. A dead Yeti, says Triggs. Nah, not a dead Yeti. I'm a living, breathing Yeti at the moment. Sweet Skin X says Data Utgan Oot Gamer Fan. Yeah, it's a sweet one. Mr. Platypus Prince made it for us. 1.15 is way too bugged. Updating now could destroy some redstone builds, says Sweeney Dunstan. I don't know about that. Everyone says that like every update. Oh, it's too buggy, it's not ready and all this. But like, I don't know. I haven't seen anything game breaking in 1.15. I did hear that bee farms and bees were supposed to be really laggy, but I did some own testing and they seemed fine on my system at least. Oh yeah, look, around here we start to go upwards. Oh, middle click didn't work. That's strange. I thought I only had dirt in my inventory or something. Okay, and then we need to get up to this height around there. Actually, it kind of helps to do the outsides of the path first. Maybe this is flowing pretty well. I'm just realizing like this is working out okay at the moment. So maybe we'll stick with this. Right, we're letting the path go quite wide, which is fine. Some variations are good. They're good news. And I need more of these again. Is the Demise game finished yet, says Poker? I don't think so. But I've been a bit checked out. I've been doing all of my, you know, preparing for Christmas videos, so I haven't really been keeping up. We got a noise in the ear from Ozaka78 for 27 months saying Happy Hogswatch, X Hogswatch. I don't even know. I'm not going to pretend like I know because I ain't got a clue. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it, Ozaka. And also, Martigin MH has subscribed as well. Thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate your support. Appreciate it ever so much. Do you drink whiskey, drink or vodka drink, says Red Least. I don't drink alcohol at all. Alcohol is not for me. X, what happened to your grey skin? Says Pixel Fan. I changed it to a Yeti. Well, that should be obvious. Let's actually make that one a bit higher. Okay, we'll have that there. Okay, it's gotten a bit narrow, which is fine. We want some variations and whatnot. That'll do. Hey X, never caught you live. Where are you at the moment? I am in the pirate area, next to Concorp Studios. What are you doing right now, X? Says Dockerlist. I'm streaming on Twitch. I mean, I'm literally doing what you're watching, right? I don't think I'm doing anything else. Hey X, can System Z join Hermit? How many times do I have to tell people not to ask for other people to join Hermitcraft? It just looks bad. It always looks bad to have people requesting to join. So I'd recommend not. Hey X, can you join Hermitcraft? Says Martigin. I am already in Hermitcraft, okay? Now you're making me look bad. Lael says that lowers the chances. In some way it does. I've talked about it so many times. It sets such a bad impression just because there are people out there that will try and get their audience to spam us to come join on Hermitcraft, right? So you're going to just look at those messages as like they're spam or something, right? So it kind of sets a bad tone, a bad precedent for that person. I've got no idea who that person is or like, you know, what they're about, but the first thing I've learned about them is that people keep spamming that they should join Hermitcraft. The same thing happened for Scar, you know, people were saying Scar should join for years, and because we got these messages like, you know, good times of Scar should join Hermitcraft, you just kind of ignored it. It's just, yeah, imagine you're running something and you constantly get tweets or comments, this person should join, that person should join. You eventually just start to check out. And when you get like a wave of comments for the same person, it makes you wonder if they're like trying to get their audience to rally a response, and that it just doesn't look good. It doesn't mean that it isn't good or that there's bad intent anywhere, it's just, it doesn't look good to spam these things. So yeah, it just doesn't create the right impression. And, you know, Scar is just an absolute incredible Minecraft player and a wonderful part of our group. And we didn't even look at his channel for years because people kept spamming it, you know? Whereas if you'd have stumbled across him naturally, as I'm sure I would have at one point, it would have been very, very different. It wouldn't be like, oh, here's this person that everyone keeps spamming me about, you know? Anyway, I've gone on about that for long enough. RoseMax300 is here for 4 months, saying, 4 months, how about that? Merry Xmas. I appreciate it, RoseMax. Thank you for your 4 months of support. That's wonderful. That's what it is. And now my chat is just full of people trolling, saying, this person should join, that person should join. Sure, you win. You win, chat. You win today. What else is left in Dead Quarters? No idea. Like I said, I've checked out from the whole thing. I'm working on other stuff now and getting ready for Christmas. You should use a shovel to remove the dirt that you'll replace. Also, isn't changing your skin to that against the rules of Demise, says Chabox. Don't think it is. It's only temporary. It's just for a little bit of fun while we do a Christmas live stream, you know? The rules of Demise aren't, you know, set in stone. Someone's going to cry if you break them. We're all a group of friends and adults here. I don't think anyone's going to have a problem that I changed my skin while I was doing a live stream. You know? It's not like that. It's not that unreasonable. Using quite a lot of brick here, aren't I? We should also try and throw in the occasional... Oh, not those ones. The other ones, yeah. No, not ender pearls. Ender pearls don't go in there. Jeez. Jeez. Did you ever feel guilty for demising someone, says Martin? Not at all. I regret nothing. It's a game. It's fun. Like, can't be regretting decisions. They're all good. And we got a noise in the ear. It's one of those crazy baby faces. We got Sergeant Cena subscribing, and Beck loves pandas for 11 months saying, "Hey X, hope you have a great Christmas and New Year. I'm happy about the Yeti skin." I'm glad you're happy. I'm happy about it too. Can't we just enjoy it and not worry about the game of Demise for once? Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it. Remove it with shovel, someone says. Yeah, I could actually just, like, now that we know exactly where the path is going, kind of do that. Or is that too smart? Do I need to play like I'm stuck in my ways? That is 10 times easier, isn't it? What a brilliant suggestion that I just made to myself and totally wasn't recommended by chat. Cool, I'm on the ball today, aren't I? Oh, I am trying to cluster more of the path in the middle. I must remember that. That's an important feature of what we're doing here. Try and get it clustered more in the middle, the more walked area, right? So over here, there's just too much on the edge. Too much. Can't handle it. Same over here as well. That is disgusting. Ugh. Putting bricks near the edge. What's wrong with me? That's a little bit better, I think. Maybe change one or two here to these blocks as you walk along. Yeah, quite like the balance at the moment. Might help to do a little bit of that as well. Occasional one should be brick though, right? Use a little bit of that along there. And we're out of those slabs. You have 1k viewers, says Iscal Num1 fan. We do, exactly 1,000. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're entertained. Be sure to hit that follow button. But if you're not entertained, you better hit it anyway, jeez. No, thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oh look, I need more of those as well. So we'll make some of these. Some of these and some of those. Okay, that'll probably do for now. It's now 999. Someone tuned out. Oh, my life is over. I'm not worthy of being watched by one person. Oh dear. Let's get a little bit of this stuff floating around there as well. Okay, looking good so far. And somewhere around here we're going to step up a little bit. Do that there, that there. And we got, I think, a sub bomb I see out of the corner of my eye. This right here requires concentration, you know. You've got to feel the flow. If you're not concentrating, you're not going to feel the flow of the blocks. The flow of the blocks is very important. The blocks? What game are we playing here? Okay, and then we're kind of done up to that little section. So far so good. We're going to put some gravel around the outside. Satanistic Angel says, do you listen to Slipknot? If yes, which one of their songs do you like the most? Slipknot, isn't it that band? Oh, with the masks and the screaming. Oh, I can't stand that sort of stuff. They're not even playing music, they're just making a racket. Goodness me, Slipknot. Don't tell me you listen to that rubbish. Favourite song though? Oh, I'd have to say maybe Scissors off of the first record. Eyeless is an absolute banger. I love that song. But Slipknot for me, I think Slipknot for me is best when you're listening to an album rather than an individual song. Like, the first 6 songs of the self-titled just roll off like a cannonball in your face. It's just unbelievable way to open a record. So, to try and like pick out a favourite song of Slipknot, I really just love it when it's like one Slipknot song after another. You know? Right, we got noises in the ear. It's Ailmia subscribing. A DumDum85 for 18 months. That's 2 Twitch babies. Professor Dr. Pug for 28 months. Amazing. Marty J. Oh, I can't say your name properly. I'm so sorry. Marty J NMH is here gifting subs, supporting the community. Satanistic Angel has been active in the chat on many of the recent streams. Iane at 280000, Faye of Doom, Sunny the Bosk, and Ray DeCat. All subscribers, congratulations, and be sure to throw a love heart in chat to Martin. I can't even remember what I tried to say a minute ago. I got to make up my mind. Marty J. I'm going to call you Marty J. Let's condense it. Let's make it cool. Let's make it simple. Just say Marty. It's fine. Marty J. I'm going to go with Marty J. Okay. Thank you so much for supporting the community. I appreciate you. So what were we talking about? Those Marscoons playing all that loud, shouty racket music. Jeez. You should check out the band Make Them Suffer. They're awesome. Oh, that sounds like my cup of tea right there. Make Them Suffer. Oh, what a beautiful sounding band name. There's a song by Cannibal Corpse called Make Them Suffer, and I absolutely love it. It's a riot. It's a complete riot. Have you got any Discord, Asuma? I've got loads of Discord. I've got some lying around next to me right now. As a matter of fact, I've got so much Discord I could give it away. Peeps, I have a Discord server, discord.gg/Asuma. If you want to hang out with the community, like-minded people who like derps and quirky stuff like me, you know, apparently I'm quirky now. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Head over there. Now don't type derp in the chat. I didn't leave it on the screen. I haven't finished yet. Okay, discord.gg/Asuma. I've finished, okay. Right, there we go. No, I'm not Finnish. I'm not saying I'm from Finland. Jeez, you lot. You lot. Let's get this shovel up in here. Should probably use a little bit of the old stair block as well for this bit, because it's the right height now. And maybe not overdo it as well. Okay, so far so good, I'd say. I'm liking that. Joe Bidener is here. Resubscribing for 7 months. Joe Bidener, thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Do you ever browse Reddit, says Lale? I do a bit. It's like stuck on the toilet app, nothing else to do. Might go there and see some stuff. I don't know. We need those slabs. We're going to need to make a whole bunch more. Again, in just a second. No, not that one. Funky Coaster is here for 25 months saying, I was watching your Evolution of Bases video yesterday when I realised I've been watching every episode of Hermitcraft since 2015. Loved every second of it. Awesome, dude. That is so cool. Thank you for watching all these years. Yeah, the Evolution of the Bases video was a real hit. I'm actually working on the third instalment of that series now, which is the evolution of all the mob farms that I've made. And I'm enjoying it, but it is a heck of a lot of work. But it's more of like a, would you call it a pet project? I don't know, it's like my own little project. Like, you know, Hermitcraft is Hermitcraft. I love playing, I love making episodes. If I'm in the mood for making a contraption, then I make a tutorial, right? But something like that is more of a personal project. It's more like, it's more not just a video, but for like me to go through and see all those old worlds again. It's just fantastic. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Let's put that one there, this one here. Looking good. Looking real good. Maybe use some stairs around here now. AOK says, now the idea boys are dead, your efforts are wasted now. I think you're forgetting about the deathbet shop, which by the way I need to go and update. I should probably do that on stream because I'm not making any more episodes, so we should definitely go and update deathbet. And maybe place a bet, you know? Saying all my efforts are wasted. Hang on a minute, not all of them. We've got the deathbet shop. We can still make some diamonds out of this game, peeps. It ain't over just yet. There's diamonds to be made. Okay, looking alright. We'll put that one there. Yeah, made a fair bit of progress. So we'll finish this path, this bit, then we'll go to the deathbet shop, then we'll come back here and do the rest of this stuff. And yeah, Funky Coaster again, thank you so much. That video that I'm working on I think comes out on the 28th once it's finished. So if you're going to watch the whole series, the third part will be out on the 28th. Hopefully. If all goes to plan. I mean, it should all go to plan because I've got a couple of extra hours to work on it today at the moment. Airman981 says you should really read this book called To Pixar and Beyond. It's the autobiography about Lawrence Levy, about his time at Pixar and his relationship with Steve Jobs. Doesn't sound like something I would pick up and read. Like, I'm not heavily invested in Pixar or Disney or any of that kind of stuff. It's all very corporate to me. So, I don't know, maybe. There we go. Alright, and now we get to use some of this again. Wait, wasn't I went to sleep. Wasn't I supposed to also, like, craft some more things? Yeah, clearly I was. Let's go craft some more things, peeps. Jevin is out of idea, says Chan. Jevin was never in idea. Is Asuma Park of Demise? Do you mean part? Is K next to T? No, it's not. Okay, there we go. Loads of those. More of that. Some of these, some of them, some of those. Oh, now I need more of that stuff again. Whoopsie. A few more granite stairs. Definitely going to need some more brick slabs. No doubt about that. How do you claim your bonuses for Harmony? Says Sloppy Sixpack. I was looking at that stuff, the new point system, and I can't really remember. There was some stuff on there. I don't remember being like enthralled by what was available, so I'm gonna guess that probably I can't remember what I did. Yeah, there's no point in me guessing. I can't actually remember what I did to set it up. But I don't believe it has that many things that I'm going to use, but maybe one or two. Like, it had some stuff like having your message highlighted, but it doesn't mean I'm going to actually see it highlighted in my chat, so it seemed a bit silly. So I don't know quite what's the plan with that. I guess, for now. I'll have to wait and see. Just reading a very strange message in chat. Will you let us know when there is updates to Vanilla Tweaks, says Angel Matrix? Possibly. Possibly. We do try and keep you informed, but the Vanilla Tweaks Twitter is probably the best way to keep up to date with what's going on over there. Let's pop that one in here. Alright, and then maybe make some stairs around here somewhere. We're kind of like at the end now, aren't we? And I've got to make a transition. But I like that I can do that. That certainly helps. Yeah, that feels maybe actually... Put slabs there. Kind of like that. I feel like we can make this work, actually. I think we'll be able to make this work. What we're going to put here. Hey X, is it possible to make a data pack for 1.15 where villagers restock as they do in 1.14.4, says Ender Scott. I am not sure, but these days most things are genuinely possible. If you put in enough effort and figure it out. It just might end up being taxing, is usually the thing with data packs. Most stuff is possible, but is it going to be taxing or not? Is often the question. How about that? I think that kind of transitions fairly okay. It's surprisingly okay. Yeah, I think that works. Right, now, we've got some business to take care of over in the Demised area, right? X, when will the server would update to 1.15? No idea, I don't think we've got any plans to at the moment. Which, well, I wanted to update, but what can I say, we're not updating. Let's go put these things in here. I'll just chuck all of it in. Right, that's more than enough room. Let's make sure we're well defended here. I should probably take a trip to the old farm of repairy stuff, right? That place. Oh, I know what you mean, Asuma. The farm of repairy stuff. Jeez. Jeez, articulate yourself much. Goodness me. Might as well actually just pack all of this back in as well. Let's see. Orange, grey, darker grey, purple. Cool, off we go. Off we go, my friends. Look at this beautiful path we just built. Let's fly over it and not even use it. Old Spice or Axe, says Kia Gaming. Oh, with the deep questions. I'm not a fan of like deodorant, which you might be thinking, okay, Suma's smelly. Okay, my personal BO seems to be fine. I'm not like, it's not like I don't shower or wash, right? But I don't like douse myself in deodorant. But I do have some. On occasion, I use some, and I like Old Spice. That's my deodorant of choice right there. Okay, there we go. Perfume makes you more smelly, says Dreadvink. I tell you what, women's perfume, some of that stuff, total turn off. I think I might be allergic to it or something. I don't know. I get like a kind of like senses overwhelmed feeling. Like my eyes might sting a little bit, and you know, throat and mouth becomes a bit kind of how to describe it. I can't stand it. It's like the smell goes beyond smelling. It's like it hits your eyes and your throat as well. It's awful. Sometimes there's too much, it can be overpowering. Yeah, it might be using too much, but my experience is just not even a lot of it. Kind of puts me off. You're joking, X. No, I really like perfume. Can quite easily like assault the senses. Like I said, it hits me in the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Like, obviously your nose is for smelling, right? But like it can sting a little, and not in a like a really bad way either. It's quite mild, but enough to be like really noticeable. Force Fado says, I've got a building idea. Make a coliseum where hermits can fight over a bet. For example, 5 diamonds, or just for fun. There'll also be tournaments. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, we don't really get together in PvP very much. We're not a PvPing community, essentially. If we were, then I think things like that would fit really well into Hermitcraft. Hey X, do you think pineapple goes on pizza? Yeah, definitely. I like pineapple on a pizza. Right, yeah, we're just standing here repairing that, and then we go... Wait, no, there was one more thing, look. See, need to check, need to think it through. Hey X, what kind of building would you ever want to build? Oh, I mean, I don't know, like, one of the things I always try and do is try and do something different each time, right? That's, if you look at how I play over the seasons, I do try and challenge myself and do different things, so... I don't know, I guess I'd have to see something or get some inspiration for something and pick that up as, you know, my next thing. Pizza is love, pizza is life, says Western Jetty. I really want a pizza. Now I really want a pizza. You saying that just makes me want a pizza. Silver Pangolin says, unsubbing pineapple on pizza is outrageous. Yeah, let's get all irate and upset about toppings on a pizza. That's really important, peeps. Don't forget how important it is, okay? Right, let's go down over here. Beautiful. And then make our way over to Demise. Night Damage says, unsub, unview, unfollow. Not unmessaging, though. You're fine with the messaging. Oh, that's alright, is it? Pineapple eats you when you eat it. Pineapple eats you? Well, I don't get that. Chicken nuggets, says James Lumby. Chicken nuggets are like hot dogs. If you know how they're made, you'll never eat them again. Phantom Carito is here for 8 months. Phantom Carito, thank you ever so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you for using your Amazon Prime subscription on me. Also, we are being raided. Midnight Nate, I remember that name, has raided us with a party of 11. Thank you ever so much, Midnight Nate, for the raid. I appreciate it. What were you up to over there? Peeps in chat are being welcoming. That's always nice to see. So welcome all the raiders. We're playing on Hermitcraft, and we're going over to the death bet shop where we bet on people's deaths. Food is food, says Pinga. For the most part it is, you know. Some food is a little questionable, like hot dogs and chicken nuggets. They're made out of like the leftovers and scraps and ground down into like a paste, and I'm pretty sure they're wildly unnutritious and not very good. In general, not very good food. You know, I don't actually recall ever having chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Don't think I ever have. And I haven't eaten at a McDonald's for like maybe 10 years now. It's got to be. It might be more than that. It might be more like, yeah, it might be like 11 years since I've had a McDonald's. Right, let's go. Let's sort this out. Thoughts on spinach, says Diana. Spinach is one of my favourites. I have spinach leaves and salads, and I cook them up. And I have them with falafels and stuff. Gorgeous. Okay, right, here it is, peeps. The Death Bet Shop. B-dubs. Demise! Demise! There we go, dramatic. Wait, did someone do one of these? It should only be me doing this. Maybe I forgot to remove the barrel. Corrales has a torch. Corrales! Demise! Demise! Jeez, it's supposed to do it first time. This is just not dramatic. Tinfoil chef. Demised! Get out of here, you scamp. Joe Hills. Demised! There we go, down to 3. So, now what we do is break all these barrels. Okay, they can stay there. And chuck these into here for renaming and stuff and placing more bets in the future. And then chat goes wild. Chat goes wild. Yep. There's been a lot of demising. Okay, that's it, down to 3. So now, if I were to bet in here... Oh, Corrales has been over here betting, I see. Oh wait, we missed one. Except it's got nothing in it, that's fine. Oh, look at this. Corrales Impulse, Jevin. A lot of people embracing... Look at me with my measly 4. I'm not going to get a big cut of the diamonds, basically, am I? I'm not going to get a big cut. But I do want to get a cut. So what I'm going to do... Because a portion of those winnings will be returned onto thee, I think. Actually, if I were to do the maths properly, this might not be as smart as I think it is. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's do that many. 16 on each. Okay, I'm not the richest hermit in the world. I'm not the poorest either, but we'll throw a few more in. So I take this. Actually, there's probably some with my name on in here. So I've lost 28 diamonds to this. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm going to lose some more. Okay, and we'll do a bet of... Oh, yeah, I guess mine goes into the other pool. Right. Goes into the first one. So I've put 20 diamonds on each candidate now. Doc appears to be in the lead. Iskal second, maybe Mumbo third, or is that actually the same? No, Iskal would be third. So there you go, peeps. There you go. How did B-Dubs and Joe Hills die? How? We need answers, says Tip. I believe, based on what I was reading in chat earlier, some people knew that they had both died. I'm not sure what's what. But Joe, I think, was streaming, right? Because he always streams when he records. So I think he streamed his death. As for B-Dubs, I'm not entirely sure how people knew that one either. Ah, okay, so it happened during a stream. Right, so False's stream, people saw that B-Dubs died, and Joe was streaming when he died. Got it. So both spoiled by streams. There we are. And we got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Marty J. Saying, is this enough for a pizza? It is, dude. Thank you ever so much. For me, it's timing. When I did my shopping the other day, I brought myself food, and then after I thought, this time of year is like when I, let myself enjoy stuff a bit more, and I will probably want to order a pizza or have a Chinese or something, and I'm probably not going to be able to because of, having already prepped my food for the next few days. But thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll get an opportunity here or there to have a pizza. Probably will after Christmas, actually. X, please talk about the Australian bushfires. Nobody is talking about them, says Harrow. You're talking about them? What do you mean nobody is talking about them? Lies! Scandalous message. How could I possibly engage with such fake news? Ugh. Yeah, people are talking about them, dude. I know about a little bit about it. So basically, it's so hot down there at the moment that a lot of the middle of the country is just going up in flames. I mean, this is our climate. It is warming. The bushfires are all in the news, says Tuxaban. There you go. I don't watch a lot of news in general, though. Like, I tune out from a lot of that stuff. I find a lot of the news to focus too much on the negative, and so, you know, I don't need to hear about, oh, horrible thing happened over there, horrible thing happened over here. Issues like climate and environment, I'm far more interested in hearing about. I'm speaking more to like the horror stories of, like, you know, murderers and whatnot. Yes, these people exist, and I think me knowing about them doesn't really do a lot, you know, except spread fear. That's what the news tends to do for me. It just focuses on a minutiae of detail that doesn't affect a lot of us, but because it is often horrible, it kind of grabs our attention, and that becomes part of the whole news thing, right? Getting our attention. So I tend to tune out a lot. I don't try to keep myself informed very much. I'm obviously interested in lots of topics around things that would be considered news, but it's just, yeah, it's just a burden. Chris Usher says, are you going to play mini golf in the Christmas district? I am. I finished working on it the other day, and I was recording a video, and that video will be out soon, I hope. I just joined. What is the discussion about, says Olwins? Well, I think I'm not saying a lot on what we're talking about because, to be fair, I'm mostly ignorant to it. So I said what I know. We can talk about anything though. So if you've got a topic in mind, feel free to share it with us. Let's do this. God, sounded so hyped for a second then. No. Right, we're putting in the gravel and the andesite next. We'll focus on using a bit more gravel than andesite as well. I'm definitely going to need a shovel for this next bit. There is no doubt about it that using a shovel would be smart. So let's go grab one. Look at me being smart using a shovel. Kez2006 has subscribed. Kez, thank you ever so much for your support. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the stream. You reminded me of a movie I love called Kez, funny enough. Isn't it weird that you would remind me of it? How strange is that? I think I'm going to mix stone in with this actually over here. If we use stone, we can make some of the slopes a little bit more interesting, I think. What do you prefer, eating to a movie? Oh, what you mean if I'm watching a movie? Yeah, it's like a thing to pair food and entertainment, right? But most of the time when I eat, it's very structured. Not often that I actually have food with a movie, but if I were to say, I'd say curry. Definitely. Oh, that reminds me, because the other day I had a curry when I was watching a movie. I watched a great horror movie the other day, psychological horror. I loved everything about it, the cinematography, the soundtrack, the use of colour, the way they build suspense, the way they built up their characters and made them feel really real. Horror can often rely on its tropes and the scare factor to get it through and forget to build characters and create story arcs. And I don't really want to spoil this one, but let's say that the story arc of the characters is perhaps a little less of an arc and more of like a plummet in the best possible way, in a good way. This movie's called Midsummer. Oh, someone in chat says, was it Midsummer? Guessed it already. I've seen a couple of movies like that in my time, and I love them. I love movies that floor you and gobsmack you, right, when you just can't believe what you're witnessing. And anyway, it starts off with really great kind of building of the characters and sets the tone really nicely, and then it kind of lures you in with this interest of like, what is this? What is going on here? And things, as they do, tend to twist and get a little bit dark. But what it managed to do, what a lot of films might struggle with, is when it starts to twist and make things go a little bit on the dark side, is not lose you, is not be like, okay, right, well, I get where this is going now, and it kind of keeps you along for the ride, and you're seeing stuff happen, you're like, what is going on? And it's remarkable. It's really, really fantastic. But some absolutely gory scenes in it, just stuff where you're like, I can't believe what I'm looking at. It was immense, and I watched the director's cut because I got it on Blu-ray, and it was 2 hours 50 minutes. And there definitely were moments earlier in the movie where I felt like you could feel that length, but because it was early on, it was kind of good. So the pacing worked out, because when you're in the end bit, you've been watching it for 2.5 hours, but you're like glued to your seat. But there were some very lingering shots, and they were probably placed in the best bit they could, where you're like, you know, as a director or whatever, building up the atmosphere and suspense for the movie. So I thought it was really, really well done. Really great movie. I'm not into horror movies, but I should watch a horror movie. I would watch an unrealistic horror movie like Alien. I wouldn't define horror by realism or by some sort of characteristic. Same for all things, really. It's like people ask me, do you like anime? And I always say, I don't like it because it's a cartoon. I like a good story, and you can use cartoons to tell that. There's no like issue with that, but it's not something that lures me in. Now, when I say I like horror, the reality is I like really good horror movies. There's loads of trashy ones as well, and to be fair, I do put up with them maybe a little bit more than some people would. But when it comes to horror, like, I've seen so many horror movies, like, the best ones don't have to be confined to being like an alien type movie, right? They can come in many different forms. And so I guess what I'm saying is, like, read about movies, and rather than say I don't like horror, why not keep an eye out, and if you see a horror movie that's really well rated, it might be worth checking out, you know, it might be something you can enjoy. Like, one I would recommend that's probably your more average expected type of horror that's really good is The Conjuring. Thought that was fantastic. Do you prefer gory or psychological, says Jared HD. Again, I would say, you see, I look at it in two ways. Like, both can be really fantastic. I think I would generally prefer, I get more of a kick from psychological horror than gory horror. But gore is kind of different. I think gore's fantastic when it's funny and it's slapstick. Like, what movie am I thinking of? Peter Jackson's, is it The Frighteners or The Frightening or something? It's the one where, like, someone gets chopped in half with a lawnmower and this house comes alive and devours people. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous and weird, but like, that's its charm as well, right? So that's the way I kind of look at these things, is rather than like put it into a box and go, well, it's that type of movie, so I can't watch it. Like, any can be good. Have you seen Paranormal Activity? Yes, I love Paranormal Activity. Totally invested in that. I think you have to if you want to enjoy a movie like that, because it's so easy to kind of look at it and go, well, obviously it's fake, but like, it's not the point. I did a type when I changed my name. It's just Jared. Yeah, it's got a H in there now. We got a noise in the ear from Pyroburnium for 18 months saying 2 babies, yeet. Thank you ever so much, Pyroburnium, for 2 babies. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time. Also, Wilsey is subscribing with Amazon Prime as well. Wilsey, thank you ever so much for the support. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. I recently saw The Passion of Christ and it was insanely gory, says Rusty Stone. That's a movie I've always wanted to get round to watching. Mel Gibson, right? Use polished andesite. That's not part of our palette here. We're using the regular stuff for this one. Hey X, what do you use to see what's inside a shulker when it's in your inventory? It's a mod. I use a mod for that. It's not vanilla. It's not. There's data packs that do it apparently, but I use a mod. Any intentions to watch The Witcher on Netflix, says Funky Coaster. I saw it advertised and I thought games have a pretty historically bad track record of being converted into movies and entertainment. So unless I start hearing, like, you know, critics are raving about it, probably not. Probably not even going to go near it. I never even played The Witcher anyway. That game didn't massively appeal to me. It was just, as you know, I'm not much of a gamer, right? Speaking of which, I brought a game today, not a gamer, hashtag not a gamer, by the creators of Faster Than Light. Now, those guys made an incredible game, and I love it. It's one of those ones that I could just, if I had more time in the world to do stuff, I could see myself like picking it up on occasion and playing it. But anyway, they made another one, like it's not a follow-up, but another game in a similar vein. And someone informed me about it on Twitter, so I checked it out and it looked really good. So I brought that this morning, and I'm hoping to be able to play it over the Christmas period a little bit. Into the Breach, Max DK, you are correct. That is the name of the game, Into the Breach. Yes, I might possibly end up streaming it if it's a lot of fun, but I have plans for the January streaming season. That means we're probably not going to do anything but play some Minecraft, you know. Because that's what I want to do. FTL is incredible, one of my favourite time sinks. Says No Arms. Yeah, once a game becomes a time sink for me, that's when I feel like I need to stop playing it. Like I like the experience to be enjoyable and challenging and fun, but once it becomes like it feels more like an addiction, that's when I try and stop playing a game. Kez 2006 is here doing cheers and throwing bits. Kez, thank you ever so much for the support, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you for your cheers and bits. Pumpkin Ray says, I never managed to beat the boss in FTL. I can't remember if I did or I didn't, you know. But the problem with it is like you couldn't just save and try again. You had to go all the way back to the beginning. But that was like a pretty clever game loop at the same time to keep you interested. And there was a lot of chance in that game, I remember as well. Did a series about it on my main channel and streamed it a lot. X, have you seen a movie called Doom? Do you mean the one with The Rock? If so, I think I saw it. Yeah, I think I saw that when it came out many, many moons ago. X, do you know if there's a plan to finish the HRM project that seems to get so close to the end but then got left? You'll have to ask Rendog what his plans are for it. You know, like we're technically working on the HRN right now. I know it doesn't look like it, but we're going to build a rail. Oh, that's something we got to plan a little bit here that connects up the top. Now, I was just looking and thinking, like, you can bring that over the top of this line to about here. Then maybe you can go left there and then right again. I think I might even take a break from doing this gravel on this side. Like, once we get to the top, you know. And I've just run out of those andesite blocks as well. But yeah, we need to figure out where that goes. I'd also like to grow some big trees while we're at it. Let's grab a few things here. So I am out of the old andesite, and I don't know where I'd get some more from. I could mine some underground quickly. That's an option that you don't often think of. Let's go look for some. Okay, I also do not know what the fate of this area is, but if I go down here, you see. Good guess, you know, good guess. It looks like someone else might have literally done the same thing right here. There's just this little space where the andesite is. I'm going to take some of this. Oh, there might not be... Oh, it's actually more back here, isn't it? See, that'll get us a little further along for now. We got Nibulex subscribing with Amazon Prime. Nibulex, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. That looked really cool, actually, flying out back there. Looked really, really cool. I was going to suggest planting some trees. We might be wise to grow some custom trees like this in the area, right? Get a bunch of those down the side here. Could look really good. We can also put little lighting fixtures in. Oh man, I'm really torn now. I want to work on the HRM, but I also want to do this. Oh, and I forgot to craft up some slabs. Well done, me. Wild Flaming Dagger is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. What a username! Wild Flaming Dagger. I like it. Where is 1, 2, 3 of those? Oh, it's actually 4, is it? It's 4, is it? Jeez, make me look like a fool. Make me look like a fool. What are we doing? Slabs, slabby jabs. I want to do some lighting fixtures as well along there. I really feel like we could potentially make this look kind of exotic if we do it right. Oh, apparently add more in inventory already. Well, that's a derp. That's a derp if ever I've seen one. I wonder if this would look good, right? Kind of does. It's like a double light. Kind of does look good. That's awesome. Okay. Do 3. There we go. We got a noise in the ear from the Mad 227 here with a donation saying the Witcher series is based on the books wrote in the 80s and 90s. The game is inspired by those books. Ah, yeah, good point. Good point. You know, it's not necessarily just based on the computer game. I will just wait and see. Like I said before, if I start seeing some rave reviews about it, then that will probably entice me to come check it out. But off the bat, like, you know, I don't have much invested in that franchise, so it's not a priority. I'm also watching The Expanse Season 4. First episode, really good. Second episode, kind of, you know, let's see where it goes. So I'm hoping that series will continue its tradition of being phenomenal. Because that is one heck of a show. Right, let's get a few more of these blocks here and there. Try and get a bit more of a integration feeling going on now, you know. So not too much of this. Just like that. That's really good so far, I think. There's definitely... I think we should probably put 2 lanterns there instead of 1. And then we've got room for trees down the side, which is going to look super cool. The Expanse took a very different route following the books too. Season was still very good though. Absolutely awesome show. Valiant. So I may have known it was based on books, but probably forgot, because that's what I do. It's a thing I do, you know. So are you saying that the Season 4 derailed from the books? Is that what you were saying? Because one of the things the show has going for it, I feel like, is that its sci-fi element is really quite rooted in reality. And that sounds like a strange thing to say for a sci-fi show, but if you know bits and bobs about how space travel would actually work on a larger scale, like some of the limitations that would face us, The Expanse kind of embraces those things rather than throwing, you know, oh look, this technology just solves that. And a lot of its technology that you see in the show kind of feels about right for the time setting that it has compared to where we are now. And as well as that, it's geopolitical and like classist society just feels like an extension of what we continuously do as humans. So let's say we, humanity, do manage to become interplanetary and, you know, settle on Mars. It wouldn't be surprising if that would manifest into some sort of, you know, Mars versus Earth kind of mentality, because that's what we humans do so much. We get so divided and our problems become, oh, a product of this group over here or that group. So it seems to me like the way they've set it up, that you have like a class of belters and they get exploited by Mars and Earth, and Mars is all military and like all these different, you know, whereas if you take something like Star Trek, it's all, everyone's unified and we've gotten past all these problems. I like that it's embraced our problems and made something out of that. Valen says, yeah, I think it's very realistic. Decision-based political gain, not actual what's best gain. But yeah, they are still based on the books. It's just less space travel, more planet-based. Yeah, that's kind of what I want out of the season. Like when they landed on that planet, it was like, this feels like what I want to see. I want to see some planet stuff happening, you know. Right, I think we'll build a tree to set the tone for what we might be doing next, but we need to look at the HRN, you know, next we need to look at that project. Okay, I'm going to need some leaves, obviously. I don't have cocoa beans with me. A quick trip can fix that, I believe. Let's use some jungle leaves, we've got lots of those. I don't know what False used. It might also help to have some scaffolding, or we'll actually probably use dirt as like a temporary block for this project. Do I have anything I can chuck into here? I do. Tidy up the inventory a little. That's good. Okay, looking much better now, aren't we? And 2 empty shulker boxes. Right, so cocoa beans are in that direction. Now, how precise is my aiming? I'm not going to steer left and right. I'm going to predict that we need to be a little bit more to the right. Quite a bit more, probably. I say this because the other day, I had to fly from one side of the island to the other, and I just sort of pointed and went with it, and it went exactly in line with where I wanted. I did say a bit more to the right. It's quite a bit more to the right. Way more to the right. Jeez, it's all the way back over there. Almost went past it. I love that though, because I've been in the world for so long and you kind of know where things are relative to each other. It's just, oh, I needed an axe. I've got one. I got an axe. What am I worried about? Okay, that'll do. That'll do perfectly for me. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And now we go back. Can I aim and get back? Are my bearings good? Right. I feel like it's about there. Let's see if I'm right or I'm wrong. I think we're going to go to the left of where we were. We're actually going to go right to Force's area. Yeah, we're pointing at the end of Force's area. So there's more over here. Assume as it becomes easier and easier to travel, countries and trade unions are getting bigger and bigger, and in ancient times each city was a state, and the size of the state is slowly but surely growing. Yes. Well, yes, but what is the end of that? That's an observation, right? I don't disagree with it, I wonder what the point is. Okay, so we need to go study these trees. Who's your fave hermit chat? Hermit chat? Hermit chat, hermit chat, hermit chat, hermit chat. Okay, so it's like a 3, a 2 and a 1. Actually it's a 2. 3, 2, 2. Football formations, that'll help me remember. Then the leaves, it's like 1 at the top, 2, 2 going out, 1, some... it's like, yeah, it's working on multiple planes here. Okay, I think I can replicate that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now the bottom one had the cocoa beans. Very good. These all need to be stripped, of course. So we had that on top. Then I think we had the 2s come down like that from the cocoa beans, if I'm not mistaken. And let's strip out these logs. And then I need to do that again, so each one of these needs like that going on. Now, seeing the proximity to the path is kind of helpful here. I think it looks good so far. Lael says, anyone here from the stream, from the start of the stream and Tootsie Talk? Me? I was here. I really want a Tootsie Roll now. I was thinking, like, I should have brought one. I want to try it. I want to know what all the fuss is about. The fuss that I made. You know, no one else was talking about the Tootsie Roll. Purely an X thing. Right, let's go... Yeah. Make some sound effects when we jump, as you do. That is literally... I think I've pretty much got this, like... block for block here. Okay, and then... So this one might just be a little bit close to the path. Actually, something feels a bit wrong with that. What did I... Oh! Wait, what have I done there? 2, 2, 1. So apparently I just didn't finish making that one. Okay. Let's go check False's one out again. Sorry, distracted reading a message. No, they do come out that far, don't they? So it's 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Why do I feel like I did something wrong with that side there then? It's always the one I build I look at with a critical eye. That is correct. Maybe it's just that it comes out here, you know. Maybe I should just change it a little bit for... I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to change all of these and have them go like that. Alright, R1 can be a little bit different, can't it? And maybe even just have that one there not come down an extra block. Why not? I think I'm going to do that here as well. I can't help but feel it's like not right. X, my point was, if it will be easy to move to Mars and back, there will be no Mars versus Earth Finny unless there was a force trying to create it for their gains, says Surprise T. The way to look at things, I think, in society is power and power structures. There are so often institutions, systems, countries that revolve around power, and the forces that be are, you know, who controls that power, who wields it. So, like, this idea of us going to Mars and, you know, living on both planets in harmony, like, there's a power dynamic there, because Mars will perhaps provide resources or some sort of strategic importance, and then it's about who wields that power, and people who wield power wield it with interest. So I don't particularly see how going to another planet would, like, not create more forms of, you know, geopolitical situations, right? Is that making sense? It's all about power. You can look at anything through that lens. Where is the power? The chat is just not interested in what I'm saying. Fair enough, you know. We won't go there then. Yeah, so we'll align all of this with trees, is what I'm thinking. So if we use the lanterns as a bit of a helper for spacing, we put one between the two, and if we put another one between these two, they're going to be too close together. So then I think we're going to aim to have the next one... How many blocks away are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 blocks away seems to be the thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put our next one here. Okay, then the next one goes between... Although they're closer together, so... Put the next one here. I think we're going to just wing it a bit more, really. Now they're definitely too close together. And then there's probably room for one about here as well. So that kind of spacing, I think would be really cool. And then we have trees all the way down the side, right? X, do you feel like some of our viruses and germs could have hitched a ride on meteors from other planets, says Sweeney Dunstan? There's all sorts of theories about that, right? It seems pretty feasible. Okay, let's go sleep in the bed. Carbon says, shoot, sorry about the spam and the lag. No worries. I don't know how... Oh, maybe it dropped when we broke it. I don't know how you'd be responsible for lag, but if you've been spamming, I mean, jeez. It's good to apologise, I guess. I think I might reintroduce what we had earlier down the side there, and I might be getting a bit all over the place with this, because we're supposed to work on the HRN, and we should do that. But I'm thinking about a white Christmas. What? No, I'm thinking about bringing back this in. So, wait, did I pick up gravel? On the ground, if we just flex the gravel in and out a little bit like we did here, just so we don't have such a rigid border all the way down, then somewhere around here, Yeah, about there maybe. We can... I'm not sure about putting it too high, actually. We could put some lanterns in here as well. Also, how does it line up with this? Another thought to have. I think if we put 3 blocks in between, it'll probably be alright. Maybe we could put a lantern on the middle of each of the iron bits. This might also help reduce some of the torch spam as well. So then behind what I'm building, we could have like loads of bone meal go down on the grass just to kind of make it so. Make it so, number 1. Hey X, if you like metal, you should check out the band Ginger. I saw Ginger live the other day. They're awesome. I really love her presence at the front. She sings standing on a box, and she had this like dress on that kind of made her shape like triangular, and they had all these light walls behind the band, so you could just see their like outlines all sort of dark with all these green and red colours behind them. Really good like look, and yeah, she was like this like wavy triangle in the middle throughout all the songs. It was really cool. I liked it. It was good. So that... not so much. But if we do that, it looks a little better. Maybe if we make the walls higher. And where's my stair block at? So we go like that all the way across, right? I think that could work, peeps. What I might also do is put a little bit of that gravel under here as well. X, you say idea like idea. Yeah, I know, I say lots of words weird ways, right? Kia Gaming, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Also, we've had a noise in the ear 8 minutes ago. I'm so far behind, I'm terrible. Cat in a Box, thank you ever so much for your subscription. Sorry for reading that out so late. I glanced over, I noticed it. I apologise. Cat in a Box says, where is X from? I'm from the U of K. You might have heard of us. We're a little island. We once conquered half the world or something. Brutal times. Brutal times. Right, let's get this done and put some bone meal on the other side. So we could just fill up all of this area here and make it feel like overgrown. That's kind of the idea. I'm liking this wall. This is easy. And it'll look good at night as well. Quant says, what is he doing? Is moving bits around on a machine out of a different molecules on a ball of stone flying around the giant gas ball. What? I thought you were going to say something about Minecraft. E equals MC Minecraft, peeps. Never forget. You should go to my Twitter and retweet that, okay? I thought it was hysterical, personally. PG Monster says, guys, who is your favourite hermit? Mine is Asuma the Derp. Thanks, PG. Thanks for reminding me of my derpy ways. Ugh. Oh, look at that. Exactly the right amount. Well, isn't that wonderful? I think that works. Got a bit of a border. Yeah, that's going to be great. Now let's go get some bone meal for the next step. Chess monsters! They're everywhere. They're climbing in your window. How's that song go again? That was such an amazing meme back in the day. That was like the beginning of memes as you know them today. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. I might have to punch out some of these flowers though. So if we turn this into just a wild field over here. Sand helps break that up, that's cool. That's pretty great. Yeah, definitely need to punch out some of those flowers, but that's kind of that's doing the trick, isn't it? Once all the trees are in, it's going to look great on that side. Beautiful, little bit of bone meal and it all looks better. Now we've got to plot out where the track is going. Now the track is made out of yellow terracotta, and we may have to continue using yellow terracotta. We could do an underground thing here. Or would that not be very exciting? I'm not entirely sure. If we go up into the air, we could quite easily ruin... Actually, I think it going underground makes sense. Because if we go above ground, we've got to deal with all of this. All these trees in the way. If we go underground, where would it come out? Is a good question. So let's start from this end. Because we can rip up all of this. Okay, it looks like we might be able to do something with this after all. Yeah, problem is if I turn the corner somewhere around here, that's probably what we're going to have to do. Okay, I think this is the way to do it. I can maybe just peel this back a block as well. Give ourselves a bit of extra wiggle room. Let's go find out the height of the other path. Sumer, isn't the HRN to tour the world? Wouldn't it make more sense to have it above ground for that reason? Says Lucy the Llama Corn. You do have a good point. You do have a very good point there. Well, let's say that this is the end of the line here. We're going to keep it flat for 2 blocks. And then we can start to go up or down. You know, we did go underground over that other side as well. And the way that we did up and down with these power lines was like that. But we're going to go up way steeper than that, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe we could just go up a little bit to begin with. So how far apart are these? I think the idea is you can be flexible. So that is that 5? That's 6. So 6 plus the ones on either end. And the thing happens, so the rail will be right in line with this. Which means we put it back by 1 block. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's that bit there. And then we'll probably be building a corner section right there. So when we could go the corner and go up. And the alignment of that is right over the river. So I think we need to go here. And then turn to the right and left again. If we were to do it that way. We got the Mayhem channel resubscribing for 28 months in a row. Thank you ever so much to the Mayhem channel. I appreciate it. We also got Mike H0768 for 4 months. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you for your subscription. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Assumer, probably a stupid question, but is golden carrots better than steak? No question is stupid. The only stupid question is the one that doesn't get asked. Okay? You remember that now. Anonymous Mouse says, have you seen the new Star Wars yet? I have not. I wanted to see it, but I just couldn't find a time to fit it in these last few days. But I've heard terrible things about it so far, so got that to look forward to. Okay, so now we go up like this, right? And then somewhere around here we want to settle, and I think this is probably the height to settle at. The one thing I would say though is maybe we should make the slope match. This will also be good for having... Oh no, wait, powered rails can be... What am I on about? Powered rails can be on a straight diagonal. I'm thinking... Let's get rid of all this. I'm thinking that going 2 up at a time might look good, basically. Oh, I never answered the question. Sorry. Golden carrots, I think, are better than steak, yeah. They have more saturation. That's the game changer. Yanzi2316 is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. So let's just topple off this little bit here. Now we could turn to the side here is what I'm thinking. And then go that direction. How does that look, my friends? How does that look? So we could bring this quite a long way across, actually. I think we've found what's going to work. Let's say that. I just need more yellow terracotta now, don't I? And I need to sleep in the bed again, so baddies don't spawn. Marlo R6S has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Marlo, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate it, dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Are the Hermits planning to revive the TV studio, says Jessica Nart. Well, do they need reviving? They're in, one of them's in use, that's for sure. That is for sure. Let's have a look. Why did I come back here? Yellow. Something yellow. Concrete? Where's the terracotta? There it is. Have I got any yellow terracotta in here? 2. 1 even. Have you seen the new Gaster Claws in the Xmas district, says Cat in a Box. I have not seen Gaster Claws. Is that what Impulse was up to? Didn't they do that in like season 4? We had a Christmas area with like a ghast wearing a beard. Gaster Claws, basically. This right here is going to work, I've got a feeling. Okay, now we don't want to get terribly close to the path, so let's say we could probably actually turn about here, I think. Now, I don't know how many blocks this is, but if we do the power thing again, we might want to measure that out. So this bit here might become semi-temporary, I guess you could say. But now we want to go fill up all of this mess that we created. Look at this mess. Unbelievable. Also, yeah, they're actually about that height. So let's think about that for a second. They're at this height here. Okay, so let's go 1, 2. 1, 2 again. Just like that, I think would be pretty good. Asuma, how much longer will you be streaming, says Dabgod. Not much longer. Oh! Okay, got that wrong. Got that entirely wrong, didn't I? Assume, are you planning to do another song in your Hermitcraft vids like what you did with Everybody Derp sometime? I'm not planning to. I never planned to do that either. It was like a moment of inspiration thing. And it turned out to be fantastic. I would love to know what your thoughts on Kanye's new album, says WH Slice. Well, you were in luck, my friend, because I invented a time machine. And now that you've told me that, I'll go back in time and I'll write a music blog about it and I'll post it to my music blog. Brilliant. It's up there now. You can read it. Jeez, that was the lamest joke ever. I know. Yeah. Go to the Google. Type in Asuma music blog. You can go check out my music blog. On there you can search for Kanye West and read about the various records of his I've written about, including the new one. Written about? What a beautiful use of the English language right there. Written. Written, I must say. Written about, yeah. X, who wrote the lyrics of Hermit Gang? I believe... I know that I wrote my own lyrics, and I know that Docs was written by a ghostwriter, but I don't know who else's were. I think False's were... I don't want to say I'm the only one who wrote their own lyrics, I think Ren also wrote his own. But I can't remember, it was ages ago. Anyway, my friends, we're wrapping up the live stream right here. This is the end. Not the end. Surely not. But yeah, I have to go do other things now. Can you believe it? I've got other things to do. Be sure to hit the follow button before you head out of here. And we're going to go raid... Where is this thing? We're going to go raid a random channel from the Minecraft community. So I'm just looking for someone to pick out and raid. So stick around if you want to be a part of that. Thank you everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you to all of my patrons. I'll be seeing you soon with another one in a couple of days on Monday. Anyway, the raid has begun. Be sure to hit the raid button in chat. And let's go support a random Minecraft channel. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.